How is the best way to start my raised bed? I have it set up, and I want to get started planting. I have Kentucky pole beans, carrots, cucumbers, peppers, red large tomatoes, and Brussels sprouts. My raised bed is 4 foot by 8 foot. Will all of this fit in there? Well, to a certain degree, yes. You want to follow the square foot gardening method. 16 carrots per square foot, 1 tomato per square foot, 1 pepper per square foot, and just search the square foot gardening method, and you can pack a lot of stuff in a very, very small space. You still do need to have plenty of air circulation, but for 32 square feet, you should have no problem getting quite a bit of produce in that. And that's a method that we practice even in the traditional ground. You don't have to have a raised bed in order to practice the square foot gardening method like many people believe. You can do it straight in the ground garden. You can even do it in a large container garden, but you can pack a lot in. Look at the square foot gardening method. You can also get the book, The Square Foot Garden Method. Let's go to a strawberry question here. If I have strawberry plants that have daughter plants, or the runners, which have established roots, can I cut the cord from the daughter plant to the parent plant, or does it still have to be attached to the mother plant? Thank you. Also, what do you cover your strawberry patches with to protect them in the winter? Now, for those who are not familiar with June-bearing strawberries, they put runners on or additional plants on. That's how they propagate. So once that daughter plant or that runner, that additional growth, it can have 4, 5, or 6 different little plants that establish itself on that runner, that umbilical cord, so to speak. Once those plants have become established and rooted, you can cut the umbilical cord, or the connection to the mother plant. What some gardeners will do is they'll actually put trays and put the daughter plants in potting soil to get them to root. And once they have established a root system, they'll disconnect them and then they'll transplant them to other locations. We did this, we just let them go in our bed, and they kind of work their way across the garden a little bit. Typical garden strawberry patch, 5 to 7 years. We don't cover our bed at all during the winter. We leave it exposed, and they've done very, very well during the life expectancy in which they had, which was 5 to 7 years. So both of those work very well. Sarah would like to know, if you cut the tops off the onions, do you get a larger bulb? Well, that's a very good question. We get this question often. Let's go to Standard Processes. Ben, he is the farm property supervisor there. See what he has to advise us on this question. Standard Process is your trusted whole food supplement manufacturer for over 90 years. To help identify the best supplements for you, find your local healthcare professional today. Go to standardprocess.com/patient.
Hi, this is Ben Bartlett from the Standard Process Organic Farm. Today we got a question from Sarah about her onions. She wondered, if she cuts the tops off the onions, do you get a larger bulb size? Actually, onions grow in a kind of a funny way. The larger the top, the larger the bulb will be. What that plant is doing is collecting carbohydrates and energy and storing it in the leaves to make the layers of the bulb. So the larger the leaves on the plant, the larger the bulb will be. So topping them won't make as much sense. You shouldn't get a larger bulb. A couple of onion growth tips is that you want to make sure that as those tops are growing, you need to fertilize them every 2 to 3 weeks until the leaves quit. And they also need to have adequate water during that time. Again, you want to make the largest leaves, the largest top you can on an onion, and then that onion will use that energy that's stored to transfer into creating a bulb and create the largest bulb that you can. Make sure that soil is loose around the base so those bulbs can grow to a big size, and make sure you use the correct day-length onion for your area, and you'll have the best onions that you can have.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.